We have a big score here with our guests next when we're talking about big data. We have UND President Mark Kennedy with us here on North Dakota Today. Big data, what is that all about? Welcome and thank you for coming down here and visiting with us today.
Good to be with you. Big data is what's fueling what they call machine learning or artificial intelligence. It's having big pools of diverse data that can make better decisions. If I were trying to answer, how did you catch a cold? If I knew not only how much sleep you've had recently, how much vitamin C you've taken, how many people you've encountered with the cold, how many times you've been outside without your coat buttoned, but also knew that for millions of other people, that same data, some that got a cold, some that didn't, I would much better be able to predict how you got it and how we can prevent it and how we can cure it. Big pools of data, diverse pools of data, help them identify patterns and make decisions.
And of course, we're gathering all this data to win hockey championships, right?
You absolutely are, because when you look at, for example, how did the Boston Red Sox finally win a World Series? Yeah. They did an analysis of all of the players, all of their statistics, and then the question was not only are you the best shortstop, but are you the best shortstop added to the mix of all of these other players and the patterns they've had that is more likely to win the games? And so you're finding that big data is impacting everything we do. If you look at, we just talked about movies and music. If I knew the actor, the theme, who's in it, I can better predict, are you going to win the Oscar than you would expect.
So what would you say to people right now that are concerned about big data? I mean, they're concerned about their privacy and things of that nature. Is privacy gone in today's big data world, or what's your comment on that?
There's a lot of social science and humanities issues that we need to apply to big data. The challenge, though, is it's moving ahead. Technology is moving ahead. Those that embrace it, that learn how to adapt to it, that put in the protections you need are going to succeed. Those that don't are going to be left behind. A lot of the income disparity we have today is data technology is benefiting some people. It's leaving other people behind. We as a university, concerned about our students and our state, want to make sure that the state and the students are being kept ahead.
Of course, we love to talk about UND hockey, but I love your energy and excitement. This is a pretty big deal that all of this research is going on at UND, right here in our own backyard.
It absolutely is, and you know, there's going to be automation driven by this increasing technological power. It's going to automate today's farmers and energy workers in a way that it hasn't in the past, and new jobs will be created, but those new jobs are only going to be created if we are developing and diversifying the economy with the kind of talent in analytics and cybersecurity and other things, and developing the research that'll spawn new companies to create that.
So this really sounds like your domain. There was a great interview on 60 Minutes a while back where a gentleman who's kind of, his domain is AI, and he's like, hey, I think this is going to change the world better than anything that's ever happened in the history of the world. And he said maybe 40% of current jobs could be gone because of AI. What do you say to a young person that's now in college and going, hey, this is possibly in the future?
I think 40% is a low number.
Really?
I think the amount of new jobs that are going to be created. I gave one commencement speech talking to my mother when she happened to be in the hospital. I have a couple of days with her. More than half of her grandkids are in jobs that weren't around when she was born, when she graduated from school. So similarly, it's going to change what you do, but you need to have analytics in whatever field you have. But we've launched new analytics degree and embedded analytics in nearly every field of study. Cybersecurity, all this data, how are you going to protect it? How are you going to keep it secure? We've launched new cybersecurity degrees, undergrad and grad, online and on campus. But everybody needs this research. Population health to better target, how can I prevent or cure a disease? If I'm an electrical distributor, how do I make sure I'm in stock? And that's where we're investing $10 million to hire new computational sciences, artificial intelligence, AI, cyber, machine learning that will help create the kind of companies that will diversify the economy.
Big things happening right here. Very exciting.
Can you come back tomorrow? That was awesome.
We need a whole hour to talk about this.
We're happy to spend a whole hour. It's an important topic that everybody needs to understand more, and we at the University of North Dakota are committed to investing in the kind of education that'll benefit our students and the kind of research that'll benefit our state.
Don't be scared of it. Embrace it, and that's what you guys are doing at UND. Thank you so much. Great to have you here today.
Yeah, that was great.
Coming up on North Dakota Today, how a local church is working to fight homelessness in our community.